As I did mention earlier in the week, we are back with another episode of 5 cool mods. We have a pretty interesting collection of mods this week. Basically, there's been a lot of mods coming out, so I decided to post a few episodes of 5 cool mods so I could really get all of them across and you could get them downloaded. Starting things off, we have a pretty interesting one. This is going to be called the Double Barrel Shotgun Sounds Redesigned. This is by Navarro, a very popular and well-known mod author, and just first off, take a listen to the vanilla reload and kind of shotgun sounds. So that you did hear and see that, now let's check out some of these redesigned ones. As you can see, this mod makes a pretty substantial difference. In both of these, I do have reverb and ambiance overhaul. In addition, I actually included ScratchMade. This is a visual mod by Millennia. It kind of just changes around the look of the double barrel shotgun. I think using these two mods in combination do create a really cool effect, and it almost makes the double barrel shotgun feel like a totally new gun. I'm going to have them both linked down below. Again, I really think this is a big improvement. Maybe you don't, but then just don't download the mod. So moving on, we have one that's actually going to be a little bit weird. The gameplay you're seeing in the background is not actually mine. This is going to be from the trailer of this mod. The mod you're seeing right now is Wasteland Weather. Basically, it's meant to make things in the Commonwealth look a bit more like it is a wasteland, a post-apocalypse, and largely much similar to what it looked like in Fallout 3 and even a little bit of Fallout New Vegas, but mostly Fallout 3. The reason you're not seeing my gameplay footage is because I couldn't get this mod to work, but I definitely seem to be in the minority. It must be something with my particular setup that is giving me these issues. I looked around, tried a bunch of fixes, and no one else really seems to be having any problems, or anyone that was fixed it relatively easily. So I didn't want to not recommend this mod because it still looks really freaking cool. I wish I was getting to use it, but for right now, I'm going to suggest you guys using it. If you have any issues, let me know in the comments down below, but personally, it seems like it's a relatively easy mod to install and use. It's compatible with certain other weather mods, but largely, again, it's going to give you this new visual kind of tint to the game, as well as some of the weathers will be changed around a bit. So I'm going to get a pretty interesting quality of life mod. Basically, automatic boring perks is going to add to you all the perks that you don't necessarily want to use, the ones that really don't add any capabilities outside of kind of crafting necessities. Things like local leader, gun nut, some of the different science perks. It's not really kind of specializing your character down any one particular perk tree like an RPG would do, but just rather unlocking certain things for you to be able to do. This mod is simply going to give you these perks at the level you otherwise would get them. So if local leader level 2 requires level 15, once you hit level 15, you will automatically get that perk. This only impacts the perks that are listed on this mod, which are a lot of the required perks for different crafting things. It is a really cool mod. I would definitely recommend using it with maybe an experience overhaul mod, something that makes it a little bit harder to level up because you're going to obviously find yourself with a lot of extra perk points. But all around, I think it's really cool. It's definitely going to be appropriate for a new playthrough, and one of the really cool features about this is you could actually apply it to your current playthrough. Right now, I'm showing you kind of my previous thing, and then with the mod changes, you can see that I have a lot of these perks filled in. So even if you're at a decent level, you can kind of just install this mod and not have to worry about speccing things into these, especially when you get to the later levels of the game. This is definitely going to be very helpful. So last but not least, we actually have the port of plasma swords over to Xbox One. This is my personal favorite melee weapon mod for Fallout 4. I just simply think it's the best option out there right now. What it's going to add in is a bunch of different colored plasma swords that you can basically use on your character. These fit really well into Fallout 4. They kind of have a unique feel to them. It's more or less two beams of plasma and then kind of an area in between that make the sword or blade of the sword itself. And again, these feel really cool. It's a very unique weapon mod, not like a traditional sword. It's not even a solid object per se. It just cuts through a lot of different objects. It's meant to be a more high level and lucrative weapon, especially for melee characters. You're only going to get these later in the game, like level 25 plus, and since they do quite a bit of damage, it is almost practical to use these on a not melee spec'd character. Somebody that maybe just has a lot in shooting skills could use these in a time where there's maybe an enemy really close to you, or you want to sneak up on someone. All around, a very cool mod. I think one of the highest quality melee weapon mods out there right now. That's pretty much going to wrap it up for this episode. Definitely going to be a little bit on the shorter side, but hopefully you did find it interesting and useful nonetheless. As always, again, I thank you guys for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.